Dental plaque is home to hundreds of bacterial species. These bacteria release harmful substances such as endotoxins, proteases, collagenases, and other virulence factors. If left uncontrolled, these toxins penetrate the gingival tissues, trigger inflammation, and gradually destroy the supporting structures of the teeth. To prevent this from happening, the body continuously mounts a defense against microbial invasion. The first protective barrier is the gingival epithelium. It acts like a wall between dental plaque and the underlying connective tissue. This epithelial barrier prevents bacteria from directly entering deeper tissues and protects against constant microbial challenge. There are three epithelial components of the gingiva: the oral epithelium, the sulcular epithelium, and the junctional epithelium. Among these, the junctional epithelium is unique. Although it is the most permeable, this permeability is beneficial because it allows immune cells and protective fluid to reach the gingival sulcus where bacteria accumulate. One of the most important defense mechanisms is gingival crevicular fluid, commonly known as GCF. GCF is the fluid present within the gingival sulcus and periodontal pocket. In healthy gingiva, it is considered a transudate. During inflammation, however, it becomes an inflammatory exudate rich in immune cells and protective proteins. Think of GCF as a continuous cleansing stream flowing through the gingival sulcus. The primary defense cells present in gingival crevicular fluid are polymorphonuclear leukocytes, commonly called PMNs or neutrophils. Nearly 90% of the leukocytes found in GCF are PMN. These cells continuously migrate from nearby blood vessels, pass through the junctional epithelium, and enter the gingival sulcus, where they encounter plaque bacteria. When neutrophils migrate through the gingival sulcus and enter the oral cavity, they are known as orogranulocytes. Their numbers increase significantly during gingival inflammation. The presence of large numbers of orogranulocytes reflects the ongoing battle between host defenses and bacterial plaque. PMNs eliminate bacteria through a process called phagocytosis. This process occurs in four sequential steps. First is chemotaxis, where neutrophils are attracted toward bacterial products. Second is attachment, where the neutrophil binds to the bacterial surface. Third comes engulfment, during which the bacterium is enclosed inside the cell. Finally, intracellular killing occurs using powerful enzymes and reactive oxygen species that destroy the bacteria. This entire process helps limit bacterial invasion and tissue damage. Besides immune cells, antibodies also play a vital role in periodontal defense. The predominant immunoglobulin found in gingival crevicular fluid is immunoglobulin G, or IgG. In saliva, however, the major antibody is immunoglobulin A, or IgA. These antibodies bind to bacteria, neutralize toxins, prevent bacterial attachment, and enhance bacterial destruction by immune cells. Host defense also depends on cell-mediated immunity. T lymphocytes recognize bacterial antigens and activate specific immune responses. These cells release signaling molecules that coordinate the body's defense against infection. Delayed hypersensitivity reactions observed in chronic periodontitis are mainly mediated by sensitized T lymphocytes. When immune cells become activated, they release chemical messengers known as cytokines. These molecules regulate inflammation and recruit additional immune cells to the infected area. The most important cytokines involved in periodontal disease include interleukin-1, tumor necrosis factor, interleukin-6, and interleukin-8. Although these cytokines help eliminate bacteria, excessive production can damage healthy periodontal tissues. When bacterial attack overwhelms host defense, gingivitis develops. If inflammation persists over time, it progresses into periodontitis. This progression highlights an important concept in periodontology. Periodontal destruction is not caused by bacteria alone. It is the interaction between bacterial virulence and the host immune response that ultimately determines disease severity. Let's quickly summarize. The major defense mechanisms of the gingiva include the gingival epithelium, gingival crevicular fluid, polymorphonuclear leukocytes, antibodies, cell-mediated immunity, and inflammatory cytokines. Together, these defenses constantly protect the periodontal tissues from microbial attack. But when the host response becomes exaggerated, the same protective mechanisms contribute to connective tissue destruction, attachment loss, and alveolar bone resorption. Understanding this balance between bacterial challenge and host defense is the key to understanding periodontal disease.